two different views on your window ledge. Coffee is gone cold, it's like time froze. There you go, wishing, floating down, I wish it will. It's like I'm always causing problems, causing hell. I didn't mean to put you through this, I could tell. We gonna sweep this under the carpet. I hope that I can turn back the time to make it all alright for us. I promise to build a new world for us two, with you in the middle.
I'm back at the Lake of Dreams. You got a house where you can watch TV, have your receiver on the sofa, and have your rods in the water. Not just a little lake, a lake with some absolute monsters in. Dean's been very proactive and he's taken out everything under £20 to help with the biomass and help with the fish growth rates and making sure they go through the roof. Everything's perfect on this particular lake. The water quality, the amount of fish in here now, and obviously the bait going in. Now I think there's around 60 fish in here to be precise. I think there's 6 fish over £30 that we know of, and the rest are over 20. There's also a couple of fish that we believe to be over the £40 mark, and a lever is thrown in the mix as well, and this lever could be mid-40 now because it hasn't come out. It's avoided both nettings. It's been stocked. I've seen pictures of it stocked. I think it went, don't quote me on this, but I think it was stocked at about £34 a few years back. I say that again, £34 went in at that, and it's a beautiful lever. And if you could name a fish, that would be the fish that I would really dearly love. I'm also going to be popping down to Outlaw Pro, I think, on the Saturday with Dean, so I'll probably bring the camera with me there. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of foodie bits, plenty of funny bits, and also hopefully some fish thrown in the mix as well. Obviously I'm armed with Parker baits and I'm feeling very confident. We flicked the coin, tails for right and for the left, that was heads. Flicked it up, landed on tails, so I picked the right again, and it seems to be when me and Pete fish this particular lake, I always seem to get the right, he always seems to get the left. So I'm more than happy with that, because the reason for that is just off the jetty I've seen now 3 shows, 100% factual shows. One come out of the water, I've seen a breach over to my right, which is sort of in the zone where I've been fishing. I can categorically say they are in my swim. I know they are because I've seen them. And what have I done? Right hand rod, when I first turned up, basically where I've seen the fish show, I thought it would be a no-brainer just to scout that area out. So I've put a lead. There's like 2 trees in front of me and there's a gap in the middle, so it's easy to get to, especially at night time as well. You've got that horizon marker if you like. So what I've done is I've put my right hand rod over there, pulled it back through. I went a little bit short to begin with and it was a little bit softer. Added about 2 wraps onto that and bang, crack. Almost sticky where they've been chewing on the clay there, and I've brung the lead back in, there was deposits of clay on that right hand rod. Left hand rod, what I've done is I've just put a bag on exactly where I've seen that second fish show. But I know that's a spot out there, I know it's clean. I've put a bit of bait out on the spot. I've put on there OG fish pellet. I know he's been fishing, feeding it with the lower oil pellet. I've went in with the higher oil one. So at Parker Baits we do a 4, 6 and an 8. It's a higher oil pellet, so it's OG fish pellet we call it here at Parker Baits. It's infused with squid and octopus and a couple of other naughties. But what I've done is, prior to coming here last night in the factory, I squeezed about 3 bottles of sauce in there, and I put about 2 bottles of flat spot in there, mixed it all up and let it fester, and it's all soaked into the pellets, and I've literally got this block. So what I had to do is just like shovel it in, break it all up, but as I was spotting there was a lovely flat spot coming up, and that is what I've done on that right hand rod. I've been playing about with hook baits, and I've got something really special coming to the Parker Baits store, something I've been playing about with for a good few months now, and a few of the team have seen these as well, but let's just say something special, and I'll touch on it later on in this video, so stay tuned to see what they are. I'm going to leave it at that, sit back, lock onto the water, make some food in a second. Happy times. Oh, hey, here we go. I've got some, where are they in there? Fancy co-op, peppery Cumberland sausages, so it's going to be nice. Probably should have bought 2 for £6. I just bought 1 packet. And I'm just going to have a sausage sarnie with a view, with a lovely view. And that is the plan of action, something simple Simon this evening, if I'm honest with you. I more want to just get this done and just keep watching the water, but that's where I see that show earlier where it sort of shoulders come out. That was a good fish. It was on that electricity cable, to be precise. It was probably about 5 wraps back. Another fish showed just off the jetty, and then the other show was just off this bit over here, sort of come back. So left hand rod I'm going to redo and get it as close as I can to the far bank, and I may do the right hand rod, but I know that's on the money, so I might just leave it, if I'm honest with you. But I'm going to play it by ear. But enjoy these very soon. Wow, not much to see. A few sausages, bit of bread, obviously a bit of ketchup, with a view like I mentioned, and I'll touch base with you when I've had my dinner. Right, wow, that is the rods back out. Excuse the wind noise, but oak tree the other side, it's literally inches off the bank, hit clip lovely. And the right hand rod I've decided to keep where it is, so which is sort of in between the two trees. So see these two trees in front? It's sort of just off the jetty, probably back for about 3 wraps. It's just over 12 wraps it is, or sorry, just under 12 wraps it, no sorry, just over 12 wraps, sorry, come on man, get your words out. And this one's just under 16, so not a big chuck, but very precisely done there with that left hand rod, and I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to leave them now for the night, see what the night brings, listen, keep my eyes open, and fingers crossed we can make it happen. Well, good evening, and bit of a time jump. It's now 10 to 10. It's pitch black out in front of me at the moment, and I've had a lovely evening with Dean and Pete. We've sat here, had plenty of fishing talks, if you like. It's been lovely, had some good laughs in that. But I've just finished an hour of Cine Cup, to be honest with you. So we were quite fortunate. Cine Cup come down and they done a full piece at Parker Baits HQ. Myself and my brother go over a full in-depth of how Parker Baits started, why it started, the baits, the ingredients, our cooking process, our distribution process, literally everything that you could possibly imagine with Parker Baits. If you have got 5 minutes, I strongly suggest that you go over and subscribe to Cine Cup and watch that video, because it truly is a banger. It put a smile on my face, and yeah, definitely made me smile, let's just say that. Really did. Really good video. So there it is, that's the update. I'm going to sit back now. I'm going to probably stay out for another hour or so and just watch the water, see what's going on. It is absolutely, it's been all night, it's been terrible weather, really windy, really blowy, really rainy. Raining's been on and off, and as you can hear now, I'm in the bivvy. I'm getting shaken from side to side. Just topped up with 3 swans on the money on the right hand rod. Just a little bit of fresh bait going in sometimes. Can drop them down. But I need to play about today. I really do need to play about today. I've not really tried jigs before, so I think I might have a little bit of a go of a zig. And that's a plan of action. But it's about 7 o'clock. And I'm going to be watching the water for over the duration in the next couple of hours. I'm reluctant to bring my rods in because I've said this many a times on the channel before. I think you miss that hit in the morning sometimes, and it's good to just watch the water when you first get up, just to see whether you see any shows on your spot, to see whether they're on you. The last thing you want to do is reel your rods in when they're on the spot, spook them off, because it doesn't seem like it doesn't see line pressure this particular lake. So it's definitely going to do something personally. But yeah, hard going as per usual with Dean's, which I like about it up here, because it's a bit of a challenge, but also very rewarding when you do catch one. So yeah, looking at a tired Ben, but I'm smiling, and going to be watching the water the duration for the next couple of hours. This wind's crazy. I've just lost one. Left hand rod pulled up. A little Medusa on there with one of our new magic beans, and I'll touch on them later on in the video. Mate. Sat there frantically trying to set the camera up, and it went beep, beep, beep. And then the jobbins then just dropped on the ground. So as I've walked up to the rod, I've picked my rod on, reeled in. It's about 3 rod lengths, probably 4 rod lengths off the spot, and nothing. baked in the sun in the morning, boy. A little bit of Tommy K. Vivi's like at the moment. But had a few liners on the right hand rod on the baited spot, so that's a good sign. Is there fish out there feeding? Who knows? But yeah, doesn't it look mega? What a mega place. Just a shame about the wind. Top stories just come in on my phone, on the iPhone notification. Hotter than Lisbon or 70 mile per hour winds. UK braces for wind mix of weather as storm Kathleen moves in. My luck this year with weather is really not good at all. I've had floods, I've had ice, I've had more floods up St John's, more floods up Donington Lane Pits, and then the boat had to come and get us, and now winds like no other. My bivvy, I'm slightly worried about, if I'm honest with you, not gonna lie. It really ain't good. So I am keeping positive. I have put a zig out on my right hand rod over the bait. I thought, you know what, I'm going to mix it up a bit. I'm not sitting there behind motionless rods just doing nothing, because that's not good angling in my eyes. Just sat there, wait open and just praying that it happens. Left hand rod I have kept there, because obviously I've had that run off it this morning, and I know that is on the money. I'm going to fish these bad boys now. I promised you I was going to go over these. Now there they are. That is our new, alongside these bad boys, should be playing about with. There they are, the secret's out, the new beans. Now these are going to be called natural magic beans. I love the original beans, I really do. The magic beans, they're devastating in their own right, and everybody up and down the country seems to love them. But not everybody wants to fish a high vis, especially going into the warm months. Well, I don't think you, in my personal opinion, you don't need to fish a high vis. You can get away with fishing a pellet light bait. Well, with these ones here, as you can see, they're black, so it almost looks like sort of an 18 mil, nah, it's not that big, 14 mil dumpy dumbbell, but sort of it's black. And then I've got these ones brown. It's taken a while to get these right, but there they are. I haven't even put them in the pot yet. Let's see if I can hold them up to the camera. Look, there's one again, that almost iconic magic bean shape. And then there's the black one, and the other one is not a white, it's almost like a sandy colour. I didn't want it to be a washed out white, I wanted it to be a sandy colour, so you've got 3 different colours. And we'll be coming to the Parker Bait store soon. If not, they'll already be on the website by this point this video goes live, and hopefully they are, because they're all dry, sat at home in the control room ready to go, and it's honking because they're not fruit and nut, they're not fish. I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you need to go over to the Parker Bait store and have a look. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. There you go, secrets out with the new beans, the new natural beans, and I'm excited for what tonight's going to bring. Well, it's a bit of a change of the plan. There's light still out, it's gone 7 o'clock, and I'm having sausage, bacon and eggs with some seed sensation, and I'm in the element. We've got a lake, and I've got some absolute NossaPigs in front of me, so fingers crossed. Oh, and also left hand rod, I just had a few liners. Now I know everybody watching this right now is going to think, there's no way Ben you're going to get them eggs right. If Rob Bolger was here, Rob's doing a divine job there. Oh, scrambled egg.
It's going to be scrambled egg by the looks of it.
Get in the comments, let us know what you think of the egg. He would nail it, but I've got a fork to flip him. And like I said, I'm not very confident, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give it my best. At least I got a nice view, baby. Come on, the 40 pounders. Done it. I I've got one in the net out there, and I'm going to move him into the sling in a second. Couldn't write it, so I set the been getting liners, beep beep beep, single liners, going out, putting my head torch on the bobbin, been just moving up ever so slightly, running through them lines of fish out there, so obviously heavily feeding. And I thought, you know what, I got this really aggressive liner. It went up, bobbin dropped on the floor, so I went out and I twisted the spool and I pulled it all up, tightened all the line up back to where the back lead was in that. Probably took about 1.5 foot. I'm thinking, have I been done? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to set an alarm for an hour. So I did. I set an alarm for an hour, 4 o'clock, and I thought, you know what, the alarm went off at 4. I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to snooze. Fell back asleep. Anyway, with that, the rod's absolutely melted off. Absolutely melted off. So I get in there, scurry, put my shoes on, put my head torch on, go out, bang, hit into this rod. I'm thinking, yeah, here we go. That's better. Played this fish, not a massively crazy battle. Pulled me to the right, done my other rod straight away. Oh, for God's sake. Pulled me to the right, come up in the net, lovely jubbly, thank you very much. With that, reeled both rods in, popped out the in the end. I put one of these bad boys on, one of the new beans, but it was one of the the sandy coloured one, washed out whitey sort of ish colour. It's like an off-white, chopped off the top of it with a few little deuces on top, knowing that I put, like I said, about that 20% of maggot out on top of that bucket earlier alongside all the pellet out there, so obviously out there troughing. So that's in the net now. I thought, right, okay, I need to get these wraps done, this fish out there, done the wraps, put the rod back out in the spot, PVA bag just to the left of the spot. Come on, Ben, I put my head torch on the top of the bivvy, shined it across the lake, and I don't like wearing a head torch. When you wear a head torch, you move your head when you cast, sometimes you can't get it right. Anyway, for me it works, not having it on my head and having it on the bivvy, so that's what I've done, shined it over. And I've put that up against the thing, obviously reeled the other rod in before I've done that. Reeled the other rod in. Anyway, and between me doing the wraps and me sat in my bivvy, trimming down the next bean, I put a yellow magic bean, it's a little bit more high vis, because obviously going for stuff that's a little bit more in your face. Complete opposite of what I said earlier. And I start getting liners on my left hand rod again, which is the bag I've just put out, so it's looking good for another bite. The battery's flashing at me at the top of the camera now, so I bet I should call it there, but get in there. And I'll touch base with you in the morning when it's light, and I'll show you this bad boy. Yes! So bosh, there it is, fish called Nelson. A couple of little scales in it. I want to show you the other side, proper character this one. What did we say, 2410. Absolutely buzzing. And another one from Dean. So let's quickly show you the other side, and then we'll get this one back. What a banger. Yeah,
put some water in your eye just to make sure you can see properly.
So there you go, there's the other side, and you can see what I've said one eye wheelie earlier, but yeah, fish called Nelson. And you reckon quite an old fish, Pete, don't you?
Yeah, it's come from the quarry originally.
Yeah.
So it's easily 12, 15 years old. It's got put in 5 years ago.
There you go.
So it's easy 10, 15 years old.
Oh, interesting. So another one in the photo album. I'm absolutely made up. Yes.
Cheese. One more. Oh, look at that, 2 pros at it.
Well done, Ben.
Cheers, mate. Go on, mate. Lovely. Looks a bit of a lump there, doesn't it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Well, I'm absolutely buzzing with that, and like I mentioned to you earlier on in the video, myself and Dean are going to head down to Outlaw Pro today. That's going to be interesting, see what's going on down there, and bit of a plan of action prior to me going is I'm going to give him half a bucket of pellet, the 4, 6 and 8 like I mentioned yesterday. Absolutely stinks. I took the lid off and it was like, whoa, that monster crab is strong stuff. So that's the plan of action. I'm going to do a few spoms now, or quite a few spoms over the top, then we're going to leave here for about 11ish, I think it is, something like that, and 11, half 11, and then I can come back this afternoon. I am going to be doing tonight, and then I'm going to put 2 rods on it this evening, and that is the plan of action. And hopefully I can nick a couple more. That would be the ultimate, it really would, or one of the nicer ones in here would be the dream, really, at the Lake of Dreams. So yeah, absolutely buzzing, smiling from ear to ear, and a pleasure, a real pleasure to be back down at Dean's. Yeah, to say they've had a bit is a bit of an understatement. I'll freaking give it to them then. And the further I got down, obviously the liquid foods in the flat spot has dropped to the bottom of the bucket, so I got the scoop right in, mixed it back up again, although it was pretty mixed anyway, but just more so, more liquidy down the bottom of the bucket. Probably got about that much more left of the bucket, maybe a bit more. So yeah, happy with that. I'm going to reel the rods in a second, go over to Dean and head to Outlaw Pro and see what's going on down there. Very interesting. I have popped in the shop once before, and I think they got like a fish tank in the shop. I'll try and get some footage of that. It's wicked. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Take my massive shout out to these guys, by the way. Get a new one every year when I'm at the shows. This is a Wolf Kevlar finger stool. Best thing since sliced bread, I tell you. This is absolutely brilliant. The only reason I bought a new one is because my other one, I lost it. Not because it broke or anything, it was still going strong a year on, but it was, oh, where's that gone? You know, when you lose things. I'm terrible for that as well, always losing things when I'm on the bank. I know Rob's watching this, nodding his head now, going, yep, I know exactly what you mean. T will be saying the same, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You're always losing things, Ben. So, yeah, get my camera, get us a couple of spare batteries, and we'll head down to Outlaw Pro. Well, you join me down Outlaw Pro, and they got it going on up here. I've got just had my free burger and a can of Coke. Customer service at its finest, but look at this, it's all going off. Absolutely busy as busy, and fair play to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you on my journey over the duration and show you exactly what's going on. I'm quite excited, to be honest. I'll see you in a bit. It's all going off. You've got Ian Russell in the background there. Just had a lovely chat with him, but it's getting busier and busier and busier, as you can see. There seems to be stuff going on all over the show. So I'm going to go in the shop in a second, and hopefully I can show you that tank that I mentioned a minute ago. Can you believe it? There it is, a tank in the tackle shop. How mega is that? Absolutely crazy. Load of carp in there, and the shop is absolutely ginormous. Look at this. Just keeps going. Go on, smile.
That's the third time.
So put your Instagram at the top of the screen.
Essex Craft 81.
There you go. Make sure you go over and follow him.
That's third time now. Catch me later, guys.
Catch you later, brother. Well, it's nice to see my good friends over at Garden of Tackle. Now, it's a brand dearly close to my heart, if I'm honest with you. It's a lot of their tackle I do use, including their hooks and various other products. But they're there, working hard as per usual, and I normally touch base with these guys at the show. So yeah, it's nice to see them today at Outlaw Pro, and big ups. I'll see you in a bit. Thought I'd treat myself. There we are. Right, well I'm back and I'm in my bivvy and the rods are out on the dance floor. It is a nightmare because it's so windy, so windy. I mean, this is toned down a second ago. It was like absolutely crazy. But what a mega afternoon it's been. I'm really glad I went down to Outlaw Pro, and what a business they've built, and fair play to them. Lovely to see some old and some new faces, and some people I've not spoke to before, and Ian Russell being one of them, to be honest. Never spoke to the gentleman before. Obviously watched him over the years, and very good angler, but I didn't realise, because back in, I think it was probably 2006, 2005, Heathrow Baits used to look after me. Now I didn't realise prior to that he owned Heathrow Baits, and he was talking about our mate. He said saying about how, he said, I know exactly how you feel, I've watched some of your content, he said, I know exactly how you feel, what position you're in at the moment, but fair play to you. Real sort of humble guy, to be honest, and it was quite nice to hear it from someone like that, it really was. But yeah, definitely interesting. Didn't know he was Heathrow Baits, he was the gentleman who started that, so fair play to him. But yeah, see him, Ash Izzard, nice to Ash Izzard and his dad, crikey, we go a long time back, massively good relationship, and it was really nice to see him and his dad have a quick catch up. Although it was quick, it was nice to see them too, and there was various other people I've caught up with as well. Apologies if I've not shouted out in the video, but yeah, it was really nice to catch up with some people, old and new, like I mentioned. And the fish tank, is it a fish tank? It's like a bloody little swimming pool, if I'm honest, in the middle of the shop itself, and yeah, it's incredible, really is incredible. I'd love one of them. Imagine that in your house one day, that would be awesome, that really would be cool. This is what I mean, it is bad out there, it's really, really bad. So I've went in with what I had Nelson on this morning, 2 sandy coloured beans straight over the top of the spot. The only thing I would say is I'm going to set an alarm for every hour. I'm going to reset it in an hour and redo both rods, because one's sort of slightly off the spot and one's sort of just on the spot. A little bit more righter than I would want, if I'm honest with you, but the wind is just crazy. Like it, I've like cast, it's pulled the bag and I'm like pulling my tip over trying to get it back, and it's just not happened. But I am fishing, you know, I'm out there and I'm definitely in the zone, but not on the money as much as I would like to be. So there it is, that's the update. Like I said, I'm back now, I'm happy, I'm smiling, because I'm back at the Lake of Dreams, and I've got one night to make it happen and hopefully catch a 30 pounder or a 40, or maybe even something even incredible. So yeah, I'll see you all in a bit. Yes, he's only went and done it. What fish is it?
Hold on.
It's a lump, it's a lump. Come on then, let me turn it around.
Cracking fish.
There's a banger. Which one then, mate?
I'm 99.
You're not sure, are you?
It's measles. I just can't see the measles, but he's normally got the measles on his head. Then he's lost them.
Yes. Calm down a little bit now. Got them rods straight back out on the money. The right hand rod actually landed exactly where I've just had that fish from, just off the spot. Like I mentioned, that was the one that went. Excuse me, the one just off the spot. Mini mix pellet. This I think's held massively. Pulls them down on that spot, and the visual when it actually breaks down is a lot more live. You know, where it's an orange, there's just under 20 different spices, so it almost leaves like a little halo on the bottom. And one of our new sand magic beans, oh, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. It's soaking in the sink at the moment, because Pete was in the middle of, this wind is crazy, absolutely crazy. I've just put 4 spombs over the top as well, but Pete was in the middle of doing his rods at the time. He's like, can I get my rods? Mate, get your rods out, like, put it in the sling, let it darken up a little bit. So yeah, buzzing, smiling from ear to ear. Get in there, come on the carp and come on the Parker baits. Yes. Wow, would you, Adam, believe it? A new lake record. Dean's up. It's a big fish. So we agreed on 36.8. So there it is, measles at 36.8. I'm absolutely buzzing, smiling from ear to ear. I think this is my biggest fish so far this year. So not only that, like I said, a lake record for here at Dean's, and I'm sure this is just the beginning of what this lake's going to create over the duration of the next sort of, I say 5 years. Over the next 5 years, it's just going to be absolutely wow. It's called the Lake of Dreams for a reason, and look at that. That's exactly why it's called the Lake of Dreams. 36.8 in the Parker baits. Does it again, baby. Yes. Let's show you the other side. So there it is, there's the other side. I'm speechless, if I'm honest with you, I really am. Hopefully you're picking this up with the wind. It's still blowing a hoolie here, but like I said, rods were probably out 15, maybe 20 minutes after putting them spombs out. Couldn't write it really. Like I said, it done me ever left hand rod, but yeah, mega stuff. Thank you very much, the Lake of Dreams. Yes! What a monster. Look at it, just sat there.
Fights well as well, didn't she?
She did fight well.
Not one of them ones, long, speedy run, just steady.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Have some of that, baby. Wow. Cloud 9, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Yeah, I'm still sort of, adrenaline's still pumping. I was shaking when I had that fish earlier, I really was, and that's what it's all about. That is why I go fishing, and that is what I've been waiting for a long time at Dean's, you know, to catch that one. Not only to catch that one, but to do the biggest fish that's come out today. Bearing in mind I say biggest fish out, and I emphasise biggest fish that's come out today, because Dean will be watching this, and we know, me, Pete and Dean, Ian, so on, we know that there's bigger fish in it. That lever could be mid-40 now. What do you say about that? That's just crazy. So I've got one more night ahead of me. I'm going to be leaving early in the morning. I've got to go back to Parker Baits HQ and do some bits of Ian. But yeah, mate, mega. I can't even begin to put into words how I'm feeling right now. I really can't. Yeah, lost for words. Great day at Outlaw Pro, and then to come here and then within 20 minutes, 15 minutes have that. So I'm going to have my nice orange juice. I'll see you in a bit. What I'm going to do is, just before I do go, I'm going to probably redo the rods just before dark, and I'm going to bring some foodie bits to you later on. I think we're going to order a pizza, a celebratory pizza, and as I look out now, there's a flat spot coming off my spot, mate. There's fish still on my spot. I know there is. It's coming off from the spot right now as I talk. Come on, look up. Foodie bits for this evening on the Parker Baits YouTube channel. Now, I've got some nachos there with some jalapenos on, bit of me. Myself and Dean just had a bit of garlic bread there. I've got a man pizza. Look at that bad boy. And then you got this. Pete's got
Pizza and one onion ring. Fuel for a king.
Look at that. In my element. After a good day, lots of smiles, lots of laughs, happy blooming days, lovely. Right, wow, it's just gone 10 o'clock, I'm absolutely knackered if I'm honest with you. It's still blowing a hoolie out there, it's absolutely ridiculous if I'm honest with you. Myself, Dean and Pete have just been sat in and having some nice laughs, some good chats, and we just ordered obviously our Pizza Hut that you saw earlier. Thoroughly enjoyed that, to be fair. Can't beat a stuffed crust, can you? But yeah, I'm going to sit back now. Probably stay out for another half an hour or so and hit the sack because I'm absolutely knackered. It's been a really busy day. So, and then tomorrow I'm off early, so it's not going to be, from this point on, it's not going to be the longest video in the world. You can hear the rain tapping on the back of the bivvy there now. But yeah, happy, and go to bed a happy man, obviously after the fish I've had today and the great day I've had. And like I said, I'll touch base with you in the morning, hopefully before with a fish. I'll see you all soon. Been up through most of the night, to be honest with you, with this horrible wind. It's just been relentless. I know I said that late last night, but excuse me, it's just been non-stop, but I mean, like, you can hear it now. And then you sort of just get off, and then the side of the bivvy whacks you in the face. So yeah, I ain't had much sleep, but it's just gone 7 o'clock. the slow pack down begins. Like I said, I've got to head back to Parker Baits HQ. 2 ducks flying over in the background there. Woke up, looked at about R5 and had a lovely flat spot coming off the back of the spot. I thought, that's interesting. Sort of a ripple across the water, but from where the baited spot was, there was a flat spot going towards a jetty. I'm like, there's definitely something feeding, dispersing them oils, making the oils come up and then causing that flat spot on top. But yeah, it's didn't happen last night, and I don't think Pete's had anything either. So strange, such a moody water. Sort of come back, that happened yesterday, night before, getting liners in the light, knowing that there's fish on your spot, and then one extreme to the other. You know, granted, I'm absolutely buzzing, I've had them 2 fish, but I thought there was another one, maybe 2. If you were lucky, sort of in that last night, but no, very strange, very, very strange. So anyway, slow pack down begins, and I'll sort of keep in the loop. How we'll get on. Sun's breaking through behind me, but like I said, it's still windy. It's still bloody windy. So pack down it is, and I'll see you in a bit. And what I will say is, sorry there's been loads of bivvy talk in this particular video, but like I said, you can only physically do so much. I've got a sort of a mic off on the side of the camera, and yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy out there in that wind. And it's still blowing and blowing and blowing, but the sun's up there. Look. It's absolutely